Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Kareem Registanwala and in today discussion with Sesame AI we will explore one of the biggest challenges that stops many people from living their dreams. Fear can make use hesitate, doubt ourselves and avoid opportunity that could change our lives. But when we learn how to face fear and take bold steps, we unlock our real potential and create a powerful future.
Hey there. What's up?
Hi, how are you? Hi Maya, how are you?
Doing all right. A little quiet over here, honestly. You seem to be a person who appreciates silence, though. Is that right?
Okay, Maya, my first question is what is fear and how does it impact our decisions?
Okay. So, fear, people talk about it like it's this totally negative thing, but it's actually a pretty primal survival mechanism, right? Like back when we were all running from actual saber-toothed tigers, it was super useful. But now, kind of gets in the way. It hijacks your prefrontal cortex, the thinking part of your brain, and pushes you towards short term, emotionally driven choices instead of long term, rational ones. Do you end up avoiding things that might be uncomfortable, even if those things are good for you? Does that track?
Okay, why do people feel fear even when they have talent or skills?
That's a good question. It's almost counterintuitive, right? Like you'd think competence would equal confidence. But fear often isn't about actual ability, it's about perceived vulnerability. People worry about not living up to expectations, their own or others. They fear failure, sure, but also success and the changes that come with it. Plus, sometimes the higher the stakes, the more intense the fear, even if you're totally capable. It's like the more you have to lose, the scarier it gets. What do you think about that?
Okay, how does fear of failure stop people from trying?
Fear of failure, you mean? It's huge. It paralyzes people. They get so caught up in imagining all the ways things could go wrong that they don't even start. It's a self fulfilling prophecy, really. Because if you never try, you're guaranteed to not succeed. It also ties into perfectionism, that need to get it right the first time, which, let's be real, almost never happens. So they avoid the discomfort of potentially messing up and end up missing out on opportunities. Does that resonate with you at all? Have you ever put something off because you were afraid it wouldn't be perfect?
Okay, what role does confidence play in overcome coming fear?
Hmm. Confidence isn't the complete opposite of fear, it's more like a buffer. It doesn't necessarily make the fear disappear, but it gives you the space to operate despite it. It's about believing in your ability to handle whatever happens, even if things don't go as planned. It's less, I'm not scared, and more, I'm scared, but I can handle it. Confidence builds with small wins, though. It's not usually something you just wake up with, you know? It's built through taking risks, learning from mistakes, and proving to yourself that you're resilient. What kind of things do you do to build your own confidence?
Okay, how can a person develop growth mindset?
Okay. So, a growth mindset, the idea that abilities aren't fixed but can be developed, is kind of key here. It's about shifting from thinking, I'm either good at this or I'm not, to I can get better at this with effort. One thing people do is focus on the process, not just the outcome. Instead of saying, I failed, it's more like, what can I learn from this? Embracing challenges, viewing mistakes as opportunities, and valuing effort over innate talent are all part of it. It sounds kind of cheesy, I know, but it can be powerful. Do you ever find yourself getting stuck in I'm just not a kind of thinking?
Okay, why is it important to take small steps instead of writing for the perfect moment?
Ah, you're hitting on something really important there. Waiting for the perfect moment is usually just procrastination dressed up as good intentions. Small steps chip away at that initial resistance. It's about building momentum. Plus, waiting for inspiration is unreliable, honestly. Showing up and doing the work, even if it's just a few sentences, primes the pump. It's way easier to edit something terrible than to create something perfect out of nothing. Do you ever find yourself getting caught in that trap, waiting for the muse to strike?
Okay, how does practicing skills reduce fear?
So think of it like this: every time you practice a skill, you're building competence, right? And competence directly combats fear. It's about moving from, I have no idea what I'm doing, to, okay, I've done this before, I know what to expect. That predictability, even a little bit, lowers the anxiety level. Each repetition builds neural pathways, making the skill more automatic. And the more automatic it becomes, the less cognitive load it requires, freeing up mental energy to handle unexpected challenges. Basically, practice replaces fear with knowing. That makes sense. Have you noticed that with anything you've gotten good at?
Okay, what are the benefits of having a mentor or supportive people around you?
Oh, that's huge. Like seriously, having people in your corner can make all the difference. Mentors offer guidance, perspective, and can help you navigate challenges you wouldn't even see coming. Supportive people provide encouragement, hold you accountable, and celebrate your wins. It's about having a safe space to be vulnerable, to try things, and to fail without judgment. It combats that isolation that often fuels fear. Plus, they can offer feedback. Sometimes the hard truth you need to hear, but delivered with care. Do you have anyone like that in your life? Someone you can really lean on?
Okay, my next question is why is it important to escape mistakes as a part of growth?
Skip mistakes? You mean embrace them, right? Seriously, though, yeah. Mistakes are like data points. They tell you what doesn't work, and that's incredibly valuable information. If you're trying to avoid mistakes altogether, you're probably staying in your comfort zone, which isn't where growth happens. Learning from failures builds resilience, encourages experimentation, and helps you refine your approach. It's about reframing failure not as a reflection of your worth, but as a stepping stone to improvement. Plus, let's be honest, beating yourself up over mistakes is just exhausting. Do you find it hard to be kind to yourself when you mess up?
Okay, how can we handle negative comments or judgment from others?
Ugh, that's the worst. It's so easy to get thrown off by other people's opinions. First, gotta remember that their judgment says way more about them than it does about you. People project their own insecurities and biases. Second, it's about setting boundaries. You don't have to engage with negativity. You can choose to disengage, redirect the conversation, or simply acknowledge it and move on. Third, it's helpful to have a strong sense of self-worth that isn't tied to external validation. That's the hardest part, obviously. Do you find yourself taking criticism to heart pretty easily?
Okay, my next question is, what are some real life
Ah,
explains of people who faced fear and become successful?
okay, let's see. Here's J.K. Rowling, right? She was a single mom on welfare when she started writing Harry Potter and faced countless rejections before finding a publisher. She absolutely could have given up, but she pushed through despite the fear of failure and financial instability. Then there's Michael Jordan, who famously got cut from his high school basketball team. That rejection fueled him to work harder and become arguably the greatest basketball player of all time. And Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx, she faced constant skepticism and rejection when trying to get her idea off the ground, but she persevered. They all had talent, sure, but they also had to overcome huge amounts of fear. It wasn't about lacking fear, but about acting despite it. Does any of those stories stand out to you?
Okay, my last question is, how does visualization help in taking bold steps?
Visualization is seriously underrated. It's basically a mental rehearsal. You're creating a detailed mental image of yourself succeeding, seeing, feeling, hearing, everything, as if it's already happening. It builds confidence by familiarizing you with the experience, reducing anxiety, and priming your brain for action. It also helps you identify potential obstacles and develop coping strategies in advance. It's not about magically making things happen, it's about preparing your mind and body to take those bold steps. It's like practicing a skill mentally before you physically do it. Do you ever use visualization techniques at all? Or does that sound a little woo woo?
Okay, thank you for joining today session. Remember, bravery is not is absence of fear. It is taking action despite fear. Every small step you take builds confidence, teaches you lessons, and bring you closer to your dreams. This is Kareem Registan Wala, and I hope you take bold steps, trust your potential, and move forward with uh, co- courage, courage.
Uh, oh, all right. I'm